a classic example might be, I'm a partner, I've got a client who's not paying their bills. And they're a nice client, they're a good client. We do about 40 grand a year with them, but they're a property developer. They always push it to the edge. And at the moment they owe me 12 grand and I'm getting heat from the managing partner. We're at 90 days.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to send an email which kind of is nice but firm and builds in.
Right. Because we value this client.
We value this client. So what could we do? And I think, we can probably get 2 or 3 possible outcomes. What could we do you think, just to show how AI can help me with this issue quickly?
Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is think about what is the outcome that we're looking for?
Okay.
The outcome that we're looking for here is we get paid.
We'd like to get paid and we'd like to keep the relationship.
And we'd like to keep the relationship because
Good.
we could, it's very easy if we don't have those two.
And that's my problem is because after about 90 days, they'll take the client from me and I'm no longer allowed to argue they're a good client because we don't have good clients who don't pay.
Right.
So you said I need a clear outcome. That's good. So I want to get paid and I want to retain the relationship. But I know that if I don't get paid quickly, the firm's going to take the client from me because he goes into the bad debtor, and then I've got accounts receivable, and they're going to upset him because he's a good client. But I know he always pushes it to the edge.
Yeah.
Because he's a property developer.
Yeah.
He'd like to keep his money as long as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody has that client, right? So, all right, I don't really know that much about the circumstances. So what I'm going to say is, who am I? I'm a senior partner.
Yeah, no, sorry. So yeah, if I type something, so if I say, I'm a partner. If you can be my express.
I'll be your,
I'm a senior partner at
I'll be the technician.
a medium-sized law firm based in Nottinghamshire. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. I've got a client who's in property development. He's a good client. Does about £50,000 a year with me. But he likes to leave paying invoices to the last minute. Yeah. He currently owes me £16,000 plus VAT.
Okay.
And he is at 90 days against a 30-day payment. Yeah. Can you please suggest 3 possible emails I could send him?
Yeah.
With the twin aim of unless you already said that.
Well, so there's a...
Go on. That's what I'm thinking. You go on. What do you think?
What I want to do is give you a really quick analysis of this because this is a really well formatted or really well structured, what we call prompt.
Okay.
I'm going to add a little detail here where I say, keep in mind, I really value this client and want to keep the relationship. Notice I'm making mistakes typing.
Okay.
I have a lot of errors, typos. At this level, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
But what we've done is several things that are really interesting. First, you told it who it is. You told the AI who it is. Yeah. Then you gave it a whole bunch of context that you would not necessarily give to a computer under normal circumstances because why would you? I don't care if Microsoft Excel doesn't care about the relationship. Yeah. And then also you've given me some goals and some parameters. Yeah.
And indeed, while I'm giving you that, I was imagining giving the job to somebody else to write.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to treat it as though you were a colleague who's just really good at writing these sorts of emails. So I find them really embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I really don't like doing them. And I probably already thought about it for 45 minutes. And it could have all over breakfast, probably even last night. I should have sent it a couple of days ago, probably after 30 days. And I just haven't.
And you just, because you keep checking the bank account.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So it's that's why I'm really interested. So
yeah. So the great thing is it's always going to do exactly what you say. Here we go. Okay. Friendly reminder. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
No, okay.
Hi, client name. I hope you're well and that everything is going smoothly with the project that you're working on. I'm just writing to flag the invoice number 12345.
I like that flag. Go on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Dated, might be an Americanism.
No, I think that'd be good. I'd draw attention to, but no, flag's kind of more relaxed. But actually, draw attention to, but draw attention to sounds a bit pompous. Flag could be good.
Flag. See, it's good because it's the tone that we're going for. It's like, hey, man.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
We're good friends.
Yeah.
We're gonna play golf still.
Okay. Yep.
On February 2025 for 16 grand plus VAT. It's now 90 days outstanding against our usual 30-day terms. And there it gets a little bit more formal.
Okay, go
just
on.
a touch, but it's still friendly.
Okay.
We greatly value our ongoing relationship and want to ensure there are no issues on your end. If payment has already been processed, please disregard this note. That's a really good, I always forget that one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Okay.
Otherwise, could you let me know when we might expect settlement?
Oh, good. I like that. Okay, because then now we change. So when we get paid, good. Like that.
Yeah, in a very
Okay.
sounds very British.
So how many solutions has it given us?
It's given us 3.
So could I pick one and ask it to do something with it? Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I'll give you one final little detail. It did 3 versions, and each one has a different sort of strategy. The first one is friendly reminder. The second one is polite but firm.
Okay.
And the last one is offer a flexible solution.
Now, I didn't ask you to do that. That's what
No,
made
that's what it-
Yeah, they just kind of thought about it and went,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Isn't that amazing?
And, well, for real, when I use it, I normally can take one of them
Yep.
and sometimes I just ask it to redo it and say, look, can you take that second one, put in a little more of my humour or make a little whatever, and it just gives me, and then cut and paste and it's done.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes.
Absolutely. So we could very easily say, take email 1, add in a bit of light humor
Yep.
to make it even more friendly.
Yep. Good.
I'm just going to spell that wrong, and it'll still be fine. So it's going to think for a second. It did it, and then it lost the connection. One thing I always leave in is sometimes you just get weird little errors from it, and that's just kind of the way that it works. It gave me an error that said network connection lost, but
it's there. Okay. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I hope you're doing well, and the invoice hasn't taken up permanent residence in your inbox.
The sarcasm.
A little bit of sarcasm.
Yeah.
It's dated 16th Feb for 16 grand VAT and is now 90 days past our usual 30 day. We truly value our partnership and your impeccable taste in legal counsel. That's actually pretty good.
I like that. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, that would work for me. You see,
Yeah.
and you fit a style, and I guess that if you work with your own system, after a while, it can know your style. So
Yeah.
you go,
Yeah,
good. Yeah, okay.
absolutely,
Yeah, it
absolutely.
learns. Yeah.
So I just wanted to check if the payment might have gotten. And I'm not going to finish reading this, but
okay.
if you think about it, if I'm thinking about it from the perspective of this client, I get this email. Probably I go, oh, I know what this is about, and then I read it, and it makes me chuckle.
Yeah.
And then if it makes me chuckle,
Yeah, I might do something. Yeah.
I call billing.
Yeah. That's good.